Now there are different ways to form your ring. I have a pair of ring pliers. I love these. They're wonderful to begin to form things. That very, very straight edge at the beginning is hard to curve sometimes. You can also use a pair of half round pliers. You can take your end, make sure the round portion is at the back, and you can begin to curve it that way. You'll notice that I have it about halfway. And then you just gently, whoops, my grip wasn't tight enough, begin to turn. And you can see how it starts the curve. I love these pliers though, because I can put the ring in there and I can feed it through. Now it will not give you a specific size. That is what you're going to have to do with the ring mandrel. But you can start the ends with this plier. Now, I recently downsized my studio, and I just realized today I've sold all of my ring mandrels that are round. I have ordered one, but I knew I couldn't wait until it came in to get this video out. So what I have here is not really square, but it's got some corners to it, and they are rounded, but I'm going to use that. So if you see that it looks a little different than what your ring mandrel does, that's why. Also on this one, it does not have markings. Now, if your ring is a size 7, you do not want to place it at the size 7 mark to hammer it. You want to go up to a 4 or a 5 and then work your way up, because metal will spring back open. If you hammer it at a 7, you won't get a 7. You'll get something different, and there'll be a gap. So I'm just going to start here, and we've got the little curve that I started with the pliers, and I'm actually going to hammer it this direction, the way I have my mandrel in that anvil. And I'm going to feed it up. And you'll see the curve I'm getting. And just continue to hammer that. Now, because the mandrels are conical in shape, when you hammer, this side of your ring is going to come down smaller than this side. So it's going to be wonky if you don't watch it. And what you can do is flip it around from time to time, hammer it on different sides, and it will even it out and continue to make it the correct size. So you're just going to continue to feed it up. Now I am hammering with my leather mallet because that will keep it from destroying the texture. And you can see here how that conical shape is making it go wonky. So I'm going to put it on this side, and I'm going to hammer that back down to get it back in alignment. Flip it around, and I'm going to hammer this side for a while. As it goes wonky, I'm going to put it here. Now my ring has already gotten very hard, so I'm going to anneal it again. Okay, I've annealed my ring, and I'm going to continue to work it around the mandrel. And you can see how it's coming together much easier. I'm going to take my pliers now, and I'm going to twist that even. Move them together. You can see it's getting much closer. It's not round in shape, and that's okay. We'll fix that later. But we do want to make sure that those ends line up and come together. One trick I do is I take my pliers and I put it in the palm of my hand, and see how that added pressure and it snapped right under the other end. And that's okay, because just like with the jump ring, we can pull that back and press them together. So I find that the palm of my hand is a very good resource to use to get those ends perfectly together. So back and forth, work it till it's together. Now it's time to take a good close look at it, because even though we did not texture right up until the end, there may be bumpy spots, and there may be places where it just is not good and flush, and it has to be good and flush. No matter if you're soldering or if you're fusing, it must have a good solid flush joint. So once I get these completely together as far as I can, then we're going to take our jeweler's saw and we're going to saw right in that seam and keep pushing it together until there's no light and they're completely flush.